I'm saying, what loopholes have we got? But in terms of like, it's Chelsea, it's Manchester United, it's Real Madrid. I'm not saying these teams go for it. I'm saying who can afford it. It's a very, very small pool. I'm with it. Everyone knows me. I've spoken about Mbappe in depth. I've gone on record and said he's the only player I'm paying over 100 million for. Don't talk to me about paying 100 million for any other player not called Kylian Mbappe. Him, cool. Anyone else, I'm not with it. Like, imagine him. You lot don't. I'm getting a share with his name on the back, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%, bro. Listen, Mbappe will play on the right if he comes Man United. Or, like, it's one of them ones where, bruv, he could play on the right. I've seen him play on the right. You know what I'm saying?
Figure it out. This is Mbappe. Yo,
Mbappe, I like Mbappe. Or we just say, yo, Mbappe, bruv, you're playing in the 9 today. Say less. You know, like that, bro. It just, bruv, like, even though I don't think he can play there, who cares, bruv? You know, like that. Who cares, bruv? Like, you know, the ones where you get these players and then you worry about where they're gonna play after, bruv.
That's exactly what I'm with. I'm like, this is Kylian Mbappe. People are like, where does he play? Yo, he's Kylian Mbappe. Figure it out.
Bro, figure it out, bro. As long as he's on the pitch, yeah, it don't matter where he's playing, bruv. Like, I'll be real. It doesn't matter. The reason why it don't matter is because he's got enough of the basic things, yeah, that it's not gonna make us worse, for the simple fact that he's got pace, he presses. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's all you need in the front line. 3 guys, if they've got pace and they press, yeah, like, it's up to the guys behind them to create chances for them.
And they will, because you know,
that's it.
Like, every team that Manchester United play, if we did get Mbappe, is sitting back. Probably minus Manchester City. You do not want to get hit on a counter attack by Mbappe and Rashford.
Yeah,
that is a recipe for disaster. You better sit on the edge of your own box.
And this myth that Mbappe doesn't press. Mbappe does press, bro, but Mbappe doesn't track back, but he presses. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't track back.
2 DMs there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't track back, but he presses. Do you know what I'm saying? Same with Mo Salah. Mo Salah don't track back, but he presses. Like, it's fine, innit? Like, he won't have to track back, but you have to make allowances for players like him.
Yeah, when you're Kylian Mbappe, yes, you make allowances for him because he's Kylian Mbappe, and you know 9 times out of 10 he's probably gonna win you the game. You know, he automatically makes us favorites for the Premier League. I think if we get him, I think he's that good. Automatically, he jumps us up 2-3 different levels to the point where you go,
you think so?
All right, we're gonna win something. Yes, 100%. Automatically he does. He changes everything. Not only does he give he gives all the players a lift. You know what I'm saying? He gives the coaching staff a lift, and all the fans. That place would be rocking if we managed to go and get Mbappe. Not on the level of, I don't think he's as good as Van Persie, but when we signed Van Persie and he gave everyone a lift, it would have that type of impact. I rate him that highly, and he could get better. How old is he? 24. So he's not even in his prime years yet. Yeah. And I think this league suits him down to a T.
I think if we get him, we need to play him up front, you know. As mad as that sounds, even though I don't think, he's a great number 9. But I play Rashford on the left and I play him up front. You know why? Because he's better than Rashford, at linking. He's better than Rashford.
I don't think it's the worst idea in the world. It's not it's not ideal, but it's not the worst idea. And what I'm saying is also the amount of attention he attracts. If we sign Kylian Mbappe, as the opposition that we're playing against, their first thought is, how do we stop him? Which gives more space for our Rashford, Anthony if he's starting, and number 10, Bruno, whoever it is. That's the main stop him. We've seen it in the World Cup with England. That man had 3 players on him.
Yeah, fact. And look, my man said Rashford don't track back either. Exactly. That's why you play one of them down the middle. and then the guy down the middle don't have to track back. He just needs to press sideways. That's it. That's all he needs to do is that and that. That's it.
That's the dream. What I mean? That's the dream.
So that's what you do, bro. So you get Mbappe to play through the middle, you get Rashford to play on the left, and you get Sancho or Anthony on the right. I'd play Sancho. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you're cool, bro. Like, this whole inverted thing, like in the modern game, I'll be honest, I'm over it, bruv. Like, I don't think it works as
when you say inverted, you're talking about the wingers.
Yeah, bro. Like right-footed people on the right and left-footed people on the left. I like that. You know them ones that I like.
You prefer the more traditional wingers.
100%. Like this epidemic of playing right footers on the left, and left-footed players on the right. You know what it's done? It's made players more greedy, bruv.
Absolutely, because you cut in and shoot. Yeah,
exactly.
And shoot. Yeah,
it's made them more greedy. So it means that players aren't playing for the team anymore. They're playing for themselves. Do you know what I mean? And when you play players, on their strongest side, what it does is it means that they have to actually make more clever decisions. Because now when you're on the left, these guys are cutting in and shooting without even checking to see who's around for a pass. You know, like that. Like everyone thinks they're gonna score from 25 yards out, bro.
Yeah,
When you look at the stats, I'm sure I don't know the stats, but how many goals in a Premier League weekend is scored from 30 yards, bro?
Yeah,
You know
I hear you.
that?
People shooting. I get exactly
You know what I
what
mean?
you're
These
saying.
men are shooting. It's like, bro, the probability of you scoring from there is fucking low, bruv. What are you doing?
Because you know what it is? As we've seen before, as soon as something's successful at the highest level, people will try and replicate that. So whether that's formation or in this case, inverted wingers, we've seen it with Benzema, Ronaldo, and Bale at Real Madrid, Neymar, Suarez, and Messi. You know what I'm saying? You had Neymar on one side, you had Bale on the other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Messi on the other. And then with Real Madrid, you had Bale on one side and you had Ronaldo on the other. Ronaldo cutting in and shooting. Bale cutting in and shooting. So because people seen that be successful, that's what everyone's now got. And you mentioned it just here. City do that. Grealish on the left, Mahrez on the right. We see Manchester City do this, whether it's Sterling on the right, Sane on the left, for instance.
Yeah, like, but the difference is, when
they're quality players.
When City played Sane on the left, that was probably when they were at their most devastating.
Yeah, true. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Argument.
They were like devastating. It's like that Mahrez on the left thing was, I mean, not Mahrez, that Sane on the left thing was devastating, bro. Do you know what I mean? And the difference with having Grealish on the left is that Grealish isn't a shoot first player, he's a pass first player. So it's not that bad, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And to be fair, Mahrez to a certain degree is also a pass first player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Mahrez he's not selfish because he don't score a lot of goals. But like I say, because something's successful, automatically people will try and replicate it. Like as soon as when Conte was successful with the three at the back, all of a sudden everybody playing three at the back. You know what I'm saying? When Mourinho first came over and it was 4-3-3 with the holding midfielder and 2 8s, so the A and the 10, now everyone plays that. Like that's legit the way football goes. People try and replicate whatever is successful, even if they 100%. Don't have the right tools.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, Robin as well. Robin's a prime example.
Robin, but the thing is, remember at Chelsea, they played Duff and Robin, bro, and they had two left footers, bro, and one played, and Robin would and Duff would alternate, and Robin would go on the left, Duff would go on the right, and vice versa, and it still worked, bro. Right. So this thing where people think that you have to play inverted wingers all the time,
you don't have to.
It genuinely makes, not only does it make players more selfish, but actually, as a centre forward, it kills you, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because when you're a striker and a right footer cuts in on the left-hand side, you want to make the run for the cross, but you know he's probably going to shoot. You know what I mean? If a left footer goes down the outside, you know he's crossing it. You know he's not going to shoot from there.
He's
do you know what I'm saying?
But
so it fucks man up, bro.
It does. That's why we've now seen number 9s become a foil for wingers. It's gone the other way now. Whereas wingers used to be the creating for strikers. Strikers are now creating for wingers. When you look at Salah, Firmino, Mane, you know what I'm saying? That's why
you're better off having a 9 like Weghorst that doesn't score but does all the other stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's it. Because you can have a guy like Weghorst that does the donkey work, that wins the ball, that keeps the ball, doesn't lose it. Or you can have a striker like Erling Haaland that scores loads of goals but doesn't do any of the stuff that Weghorst does. And when you look at Man City and Man United, look, what's the difference in the league? A few points?
Nah, I hate you, fam.
Do you know what I mean? So it's literally like for all the goals that Haaland scored, like he's given less to the team than what our guys giving us. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what people need to understand. Like goals, just scoring goals doesn't mean that you're contributing in the larger scale of the game, bro. Like Gabriel Jesus had Arsenal top of the league, and this guy don't score goals.
And again, that comes down to the personnel and the managers and how you want to play. Because certain managers will prefer the inverted thing. Others will like right foot on the right-hand side, left foot. We've seen it with Everton with Sean Dyche. You know what I'm saying? He played Dwight McNeil on the left-hand side and the player Wolby on the right-hand side because he prefers what you mentioned there, wingers to go down the outside and be a foil. Do you want your striker to be a foil for your wingers or your wingers to be a foil for a striker or a mix of both? It's all tactical preference and different managers like different things. I mean, that's how it is.
That's it, bro. A man said it's hard. It's harder to go down out on your outside on your strong foot. Yeah, it is harder because you have to be better. You know what I'm saying? That's why wingers used to be better. You know, like that. When Ryan Giggs used to go past people on the left-hand side, it's because he genuinely needed skill and body feints to get past people. Now, you got these shit ballers, that just cut in, bruv, like all the time, and they're shit. You don't need skill to just cut in, bruv. Like, you don't need skill. to cut in. Do you know what I mean? He don't need skill to do that. When you used to watch Luis Figo and these guys go down the outside and go past players, they were cooking, man. They were taking their ankles and going down the outside. That's what proper wingers were doing. Like the wingers used to be the most skilled players on the pitch, yeah, in 1v1 situations. Now, most of these guys are crap. They get the ball and they just cut inside and run towards people.
Cut into the traffic.
They run into the traffic, bro. Like, what's the point in running into the traffic? You might as well just pass the ball. Why are you dribbling inside for? Like, you're running into bodies.
You're saying you want him to, and I'm critical of that. As much as I don't mind inverted wingers cut in, I say it all the time. Sometimes go down the outside. Sometimes do that. Just to give the defender something different to think about. Mahrez is very good at that because he can cut in on his left foot or we can go around the outside.
Yes, but the difference is Mahrez will cut back, do the fake shot, then go back down the outside. Do you know what I mean? Which is wavy because it shows that any winger that can go both ways and there's the threat of him going down the line, he's more dangerous. Most of these wingers, including like Jack Grealish and these guys, Grealish very rarely goes down the outside. He cuts inside and he looks to link it. Do you know what I mean? The other game when Sancho came on off the bench, he went down the outside a few times, and every time he went down the outside, he killed the defender because the defender's expecting him to cut in. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. If you don't have the ability to go down both sides as a winger, it's dead to me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you're half a player.
Because you're one-dimensional.